Gearing up for Cyber Lunch.
Is this thing on?
I don't know.
Is it running?
You tell me.
Welcome back, everyone.
Thank
God,
you.
it's
Thank
just
you.
great to be here. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right after we announced our bi-weekly show, we decided to record again.
We're just doing our own thing.
Yeah,
It
who
doesn't.
cares? We're just doing it.
We made our own rules, yet here we are.
We're doing it live.
I just remembered I should probably look up the YouTube comments because we did have some.
Oh, yeah.
And right away we want to apologize to everybody.
Yeah, there was an incredible nap episode last week where I could barely.
That's
keep
what
my
I
eyes
should have
open.
called it.
The nap episode. But yeah, we'll read all that stuff. We'll get to that at the very end. Thank you for everybody sending in their comments. Keep it coming.
Keep them coming.
Keep
them coming.
Makes us feel like we're not talking into space.
But if we are talking into space, it's cool.
It'll be heard
It's
sometime.
a cool blue ether.
Someday somebody will hear it.
I don't
and
know
be
what
like,
that means.
These guys don't know what the fuck they're talking
Hey,
about.
guess what?
What's up?
Mortal Kombat 11 beta went live.
Oh yeah, did
Closed,
you try that?
And I got my hands on it,
You
baby.
did, huh?
I played like 4, if not 5 hours of it today.
Really?
That's why I've kind of been quiet because I've been like, we usually go out to lunch or have a little snack before we belly up to the table here. But yeah, that's why I was kind of like quiet and cagey because I didn't want to spill the beans until I got over that I was able to get my hands on it. So the story is with that, real quick, is if you pre-order it.
I did pre-order it,
Oh, then you can download the beta.
but I pre-ordered it from GameStop though.
Ooh, you might have to call GameStop on that. That's a weird thing.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to. I just want to be surprised when it comes out. I can't wait till it comes out, man.
I've got
I'm so
some
excited.
clips. I've actually was kicking ass today somehow. Not sure how. We'll talk about that later. Something I'm not kicking ass in. Sekiro Shadows Die twice for the 3rd week in a row. Well, guess what? It came out, and pun intended with that prosthetic arm, we're kind of hooked. But we don't want to be. Thank you. I wrote that today. It's also infuriatingly difficult.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. I think.
I want to discuss with you later. Does this game deserve an easy mode? Just save your comments.
Okay.
We're going to jump right into talking about From Software's title a little bit more in depth later. And also the new Nintendo Switch game, Yoshi's Crafted World, launched last Friday. It's cute, fun, and oddly original. I'll touch on that lightly for anybody that has a family out there and wants to consider getting their kid or someone that's not like huge into gaming into this game, which is not a downplay for the game. I think it's fantastic, very inventive, but we'll get to that.
Is that on the DS or that's?
It's on the Switch.
Okay.
Yeah. Stick around that. I'm trying to talk too fast here. Stick around for this week in 20 questions. Are we still going to do that?
I can do it. I can run down it real quick. It's not a big deal.
Are you going to quiz me?
Yeah, I'll quiz you. You
I
failed
mean,
horribly last week.
I know.
so-
Like, it's just a facepalm. It's hard when you can't bounce ideas off of somebody else.
It is. Well,
It's like,
back of the box last week I sucked too, but I almost got it at the end.
see, I was going to give you a real easy one this week, but I just decided, like, nah. Like,
No, I want a challenge to it.
No, I had to give you a slight challenge, but I also had to keep it in your wheelhouse because if I do any like JRPGs, you're like, I don't know it. I've never known it.
Well, yeah, you have
Blah,
to
blah,
keep,
blah.
yeah.
I don't know. Also, despite your discrepancies, Jake, with Jordan Peele, I know he's not your favorite director, but I did see Us, and I would like to share some Jesus.
Spoiler free.
Thank you. Thoughts. Oh no, we're shut down. We're demonetized. YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We've swore too much already.
Yeah. Somebody YouTube
We
is
should
now
just start over.
YouTube is now demonetizing videos because if you swear too much.
Stick around for this week. I already read that, Jesus. Wow. I'm Daryl.
I'm Jake. I almost said I'm Justin again, but I didn't.
You're both.
I am both.
You are the Horde.
I am the Horde.
Welcome to Cyber Lunch, a bi-weekly or whenever weekly podcast that deals with the nostalgia reflected and integrated into our everyday lives through growing up in the digital revolution, plus a plethora of tangents and passionate discussions with special guests and our favorite music, movies, video games, and television shows of the past and today. And I'm going to do another pun here, so I'm just teeing this up. You know, it's a little T-ball. From above, I'd say just like Sekiro, I'm going to jump right into the conversation.
Oh my God. You gonna stretch much for that one?
Yeah. Well, usually you do when you have to make long jumps. Just,
Yeah, true.
that was horrible. I'm sorry. If you're still listening, thank you.
Nobody knows what we're talking about Sekiro anyway, probably.
They're like, what's that? Well, guess what? It's probably one of the hardest games that has ever graced any console or PC platform.
Cuphead and this game are the two games where I don't know that I'm going to finish them. I don't know that I can.
You could totally finish Cuphead.
I don't think I can.
Yes, you can.
No.
That's the negative attitude. Like, that's the thing that keeps me going on these games that drives me absolutely insane is like, I died. But it's, I know someone out there has done it. And that gives me enough faith and, like, want to say, okay, one more time.
Yeah, but you still have Twitch reflexes. I don't have those anymore.
Dude, you're further than me, and I've been struggling this whole time. Sekiro.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, I use YouTube a lot in that game.
See,
I'm not just discovering it myself because I just can't. I have
no idea what's happening. And it's
I still don't know what is happening, but I use it for when I get to a boss because I don't want to sit there for like I appreciate the fact that it might take you 10 hours to beat this boss. I don't want to do that.
Okay, so just jumping right into it, do you think that there should be an easy mode?
No, because then it wouldn't be the same game anymore.
It would be Devil May Cry 5.
It would be there would be no fear every time you saw an enemy. Like in FromSoft games, every time you saw an enemy, it didn't matter. Yeah, you were like, oh shit, okay, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to look at it and watch it and see what it's doing, and then I'm going to run up there and I think he's going to take a swipe attack. Nope, overhead, I'm dead. And so then you go back and you do it again and you do it again and you do it again.
It's one of those games where it's just obscenely punishing just for the sake of being punishing, it seems. It plays to a certain audience.
Yes, but it's not unfair. That's the thing about FromSoft games. Well,
sometimes it can be pretty bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, there's jankiness to it. I mean, that's just what it is. That's how From is. When they did the Dark Souls series, those games were janky as hell. Like you'd swing right through the enemy and then they'd just counter you and kill you. You know, that kind of thing. But Bloodborne is where it was like spot on. Like the controls were tight, like a tiger.
And if you don't know, that's a PS4 exclusive that came out at like 5 years ago now.
At least.
Yeah.
One of my favorite games of all time.
I remember buying that game in particular, and we're going to kind of double back. This is an earlier game from Software, if you didn't already know that. That's a tongue twister. But when I first bought Bloodborne, I was kind of like, did I just waste $60?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I can't get through the first area, and then once I do get through the first area, like I met with this giant, like horrible monster that I have to kill.
Yep.
And it just seemed like insurmountable. But once you like conquered that first thing and you got lit that first lamp, you're kind of like, okay.
I kind of see what's going on here.
Yeah, like I could get it. And it's like you teach yourself along the way.
Yep.
You know, it's like, oh, well, I don't have to kill everyone here if I don't want to, if I can save myself.
It kind of, those kind of games, like for me with Sekiro, I was having a problem because I'm playing Division, I'm playing Resident Evil, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
And I'm playing Sekiro, and then I'm playing something else. And the change in controls for every different thing, like Sekiro, once I was playing it for 4 hours or so like that, the other night I was like, I'm going to try this boss one more time, and if I can't beat it, I'm going to just trade this game in because it's not for me. I love the game. It's like Neo. I love Neo. I played like 15 hours into Neo, and I got to the point where I realized I just can't. I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. I ran up to the boss that I was trying to fight, beat him the first time. I had tried to beat him for the last like 3 days, and I just ran through him. So I'm like, okay. So then I go to the next boss, the big horseman general.
He's pretty well known on the internet.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you look up Sekiro and say horse general, you'll know what I mean.
It's just going to pop up.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's like the first big encounter in the game.
Tried him once, never died once to him. I just ran through him. I'm like, okay. So I go to the next area.
I hate you. It took me 3 hours at least on
But
him.
you weren't properly, you didn't have the proper stuff.
No.
Technically to make it easier. Every boss has there's like a weak spot in the boss of a weapon that you need or something that makes everything. You can beat him without it, but it makes it exponentially easier when you have the proper tools. Like this horse general, if you have a firecracker that you can throw down and startles the horse and it stuns the boss. So then not only can you attack him normally, but you can stun him when you're up close and then you just melt through him. So I'm like, okay. Go to the next area, get my butt kicked by a bunch of NPCs like over and over and over until I figure out where I'm going. And then there's the bull boss. And I'm like, oh my God, this thing is ridiculous. Tried a couple times without looking at anything about it. And then I looked at a video and The guy's like, how to kill the bull boss in 1 minute. And yep, that worked. And then I got to the area where I'm at now where I'm scared again, where I'm nervous to go. Lady Butterfly. I haven't even went in there because I just am like, I know what's coming. And that anxiety, this game gives me anxiety. And
technically,
it's
we're
tough.
not spoiling anything by saying the names of the bosses
No.
because they could technically be anything.
Yeah.
For all they know, it's like this giant. Well, I'm not going to say, but
There's side bosses, there's mid bosses, there's, regular dudes that are stronger than others. The game is awesome. The style of it, the story, if you leave the subtitles in English, but the actual spoken word in Japanese, like it's supposed to be, it's awesome. It's like some kind of crazy ninja epic. And the bosses are really, really imaginative, and everything works good. The controls are
what do you
snappy.
think of the graphics?
I mean, they're decent. That part when you're in the Hirata estate, when it's on fire, and you're just standing there watching all the buildings burn and all the sparks and stuff going up. I mean, it looks really good. I mean, it's not like Red Dead or anything, but it's really good for a FromSoft game. It looks really,
Such an
really
awkward
good.
name for a studio.
I know.
'Cause you always have to say from.
Yep, from software, from software.
Maybe that's why they did that.
Should we make T-shirts that just say from? Bloodborne looked really good though too, but it was on a smaller scale. This game is on a gigantic scale. There's so many hidden things. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm seeing things that just pop up on my YouTube feed, just because I had watched some videos or whatever. And I'm like, what? I was by that thing like 1,000 times. I never saw that before. You go there, sure as shit. It opens up a whole nother thing. That's why I like them. Everything's interconnected and weaves around each other, and it's pretty brilliant game design, to be
Okay,
honest with
right
you.
now, God of War or Sekiro.
Oh, God of War. Because it's more...
Why?
Because
It's more linear and story driven.
Yeah, and I was able to do it. Like, it wasn't like punishing. It was hard, but it wasn't punishing for that skill. You know what I mean? Like, FromSoft has made their own kind of genre where it's like, this game is extremely hard, and the people that like to put themselves through that and master that, that's the game for them. If you've never played a Dark Souls or Bloodborne or anything...
Well, why do you think they like to do that? Like, why do you think we masochize ours? I don't even think that's a word.
I don't think it is either.
No.
No.
Did I invent it?
I
or am I
think-
just that stupid?
Well,
Probably
it's the
both.
same thing as like Destiny and the raids. There's those people that want to try to finish it as fast as possible, and they put themselves through 72 hours of gameplay in a row just trying to beat... I don't know. There's something about it. But Sekiro really reminds me... somebody on... what channel was it? I think it was Game Informer. The guy was like, this game reminds me of back when I played Aladdin on the Genesis. When you get hit twice, you're dead. You start over. You know what I mean? And that's how games used to be. And you had to... Everything was... You were just gritting your teeth because you're like, if I get hit one more time, I'm dead. And then you make it to the end of the level, you're like, holy shit, I made it. Like, wow. And that's what it relates to me as. A lot of other games give you...
It's old school.
Yeah, it doesn't give you any handicaps. There's no help. There's no hand. Like God of War, it's like, hey, you still haven't tried this yet. And it pops up, or the combat is hard, but it's fun. And it's just the world. And it was telling a story. Sekiro tells a story, but it's also... part of the story is the punishment of the entire game, because when you die, things happen to the world, and it's all I like it for that. I don't need to trade it in, so I would probably keep this game, and I might just chip away at it for the next year.
That's kind of
you know
what
what
I was
mean?
thinking. Well, I bought it digitally, so I'm like screwed either way.
But like I think I might get on there every once in a while and just grind for a couple hours to level up, because I got half the skill trees unlocked, and I haven't even been past the second part of the game. Like I just been grinding. I'll go for 2 hours. I'll just run the same corridor, kill these guys, get better at parrying, and just practice things. And that seems to help because then it becomes second nature when you're doing the controls. But because but you cannot be buzzed in this game. You can't even have probably 2 beers and be successful in this game, because just that little bit split second of delay in your brain will kill you in this game.
Maybe that's why I was having problems.
Could be.
I did have a couple Jamesons, so
Yeah, it probably doesn't help. I mean, when I beat those 3 bosses, it was in the morning before I went to work. Like, I woke up and I was just, sitting there ready to go to work, and I just decided to try it. So there's something to be said about it. But it's a fantastic game, but I could never make it like a game of the year or anything, because I couldn't recommend it to everybody. Like, anybody I talk to, I'd be like, play God of War. If you have a PlayStation and you haven't played it, play that game. Like, I can recommend that stuff. Sekiro, it's like, I was thinking about getting them. Like, I don't know if you want to do
you
that.
better
or not.
know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. And even people that I know that have played all the Dark Souls, all of that stuff, they're struggling too because it's all about attack. It's not about dodging and blocking shots and trying to stay away. You want to be engaged.
Yeah, it's definitely about being on the offense at all times, and then deflect whenever you can to lower their posture.
Did you see the deflect dance that people do where you just tap a one button and you're doing this and you can block anything? So, I mean, there's little things little tricks that people come up with and do to cheese around a lot of the bosses. I used a cheese for the ogre. I ran around a fence where he couldn't get behind, but he'd walk right to the edges. So I just sat there and freaking killed him.
Oh, I toe-to-toe with an ogre myself.
Right. So when you do that, it's so weird that if you're not prepared for it, you're not going to do it.
I beat myself down because I'm like, am I not good enough for this game? Am I not? And then I hear like, oh, you didn't have that ability?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have that? And I'm just like, dude, I toe-to-toe with that ogre.
Yep.
That's right at the beginning. It's in the trailer.
I toe-to-toe.
I toe-to-toe.
I toe-to-toe.
toe-to-toe.
I fucking toe-to-toe.
We're shut down.
Yeah, whatever.
Beep, beep, beep.
It's a fun game, though. It's really, really fun. There's something that brings me back to it. I mean, I get super mad at it, and the next day I'm just like, man, I want to play that for a little bit.
When you kill me like this.
Yeah.
When you shoot me like that.
Yep. And speaking of shooting, those damn riflemen and those arrow guys.
God.
Fuck you, man. Stop shooting me. But that game is designed that when they're attacking you, they're supposed to hit you. So you're supposed to be parrying things. So you'll see arrows slightly curved towards you when you dodge them and stuff because the game is designed to run in head first and take on all these things and just be quick. If you're trying to avoid things and everything else, you're gonna die. It's just weird. It's a weird game, but it's really good. And every little cutscene or any little dialogue I've had with any of the NPCs, it's like, this is creepy, man. There's just like that undertone of just, there's something, but it's good.
It's so serious.
So serious.
Why so serious? Cyberlunch 64 was last week.
64.
Yeah, we should have done Nintendo 64. We
could.
Missed opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, right there. That's what happens. That's what happens when you work too much.
Yes.
But work is good because money is good.
Yes.
Life is good.
Yes.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
It's good.
Don't buy it unless you hate yourself.
Pretty much. If you want a good challenge and you know what we're talking about and you know about those Dark Souls games, then go for it by all means. But if you have never played any of those games, it probably ain't for you. Might be easier for them, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you've never been exposed to that and you just learn the combo systems and stuff from the get-go on this.
That's a very optimistic way to look at it, and I didn't even think of that.
That might be a thing. So, fuck it, man. Buy it. If you got $60 laying around, it's a great game.
Hey, I got this pulled up, so I think we're going to go through comments right now, unless you have anything else to say about Sekiro.
No, I'm good. I'm good
tight.
on it. I think it's a great game.
You will die. More than twice.
Yeah, more than twice. It's called Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I think I probably have died 400 or 500 times by now, at least. And you lose half of everything when you die. It's tough. That's why you invest in coin purses. Do you know that? You're supposed to buy as many coin purses as you can because that's guaranteed money that never goes away. So if you need money, you can just open those. And use the gold balloons when you're doing grinding runs. You grind through the whole run, and when all that shit's laying on the ground, you pop the gold balloon and run back through it and pick up all the coin. You get like twice the coin. You have a green balloon where you'll get twice as many drops and more special crafting materials and stuff. There's a whole thing, man. It's crazy when you
My mind's blown right now.
I'm telling you. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, we had some comments that we didn't get to last week.
Mr. Andrew Helmer, God bless your soul. We love you.
Lord Almighty.
I don't know what this is even pertaining to, honestly, because
it's like back of the box quiz here to see what
might be
what we have to remember.
Fallout 3 ending was changed through DLC before Mass Effect 3. I don't know what that's.
Oh, because we were talking about how Mass Effect 3, everybody was bitching about it, and they changed the ending. So I don't remember Fallout 3's ending getting changed.
And then this was something from from Andrew to Justin. Justin, if you find Rami Malek weird, watch Pacific from HBO. If you haven't, his craziest persona for sure.
There, Justin heard you.
That was the ghost of Justin.
Yeah. What is it called?
Pacific? Pacific from HBO. BJ Ainer writes in, as of March 5th, 2001, the game can drink. That would make the game 18, and no one called Justin out on this, and I giggled.
Oh, nice.
We're just like, yeah, that sounds right.
That's Wisconsin.
Sure.
That's Wisconsin rules.
Yes. Well, yeah, because he's a cheesehead.
Yeah.
You guys are like the Hardy Boys with all those ragging leads. I don't know what that means.
Ragging leads?
Wasn't Mario Day March 10th? Ragging leads. I feel like we should. It's an Urban Dictionary thing.
Oh.
I'm the only one with a laptop, and I'm a little overloaded, so I will look
good.
it up later. PJ, if that was a diss, good one, man. Right over my head. That's all I got to say.
Ooh, snap.
Ooh, snap.
Hardy Boys, though. Good reference.
I love Hardy Boys.
Yeah. I definitely know I'm like Chip or something. Was it Chip, the big fat one with the yellow hot rod?
I don't remember that.
I think so.
Anyways, he says Mario Day is March 10th. March, MAR 10. Get it? We got it.
I don't get it. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, come on. Reel it in.
Wait, Mario?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello.
I got you.
The most hated, evil, villainous person, not really related to movie. That's what it says. But is Triple H, he says. I don't know a ton about wrestling, but this seems pretty spot on because I've personally never liked Triple H.
I feel like X-Pac is more hateable than Triple H.
I thought he...
But back in the heel days, I can see that.
X-Pac or Tupac?
X-Pac.
Wanna ride on my enemies.
No, they back in those days, that was when wrestling was in its prime.
I cannot stand that dude. On a more cheesy level, like Justin was referring to, Mr. Freeze and Batman and Robin, worst villain ever.
Like worst as in bad quality?
I think he means he must mean best worst. DJ, let us know, man.
I loved Arnold in that.
Time to freeze.
Yeah.
It's so good.
What was his other famous line? Oh, I can't think of it right now. I'm gonna draw a blank. I can't. Get to the chopper, wasn't it, or something?
No.
Oh,
that's Predator, man.
Oh.
Get to the chopper. All right, man.
Your heart turns cold, or something like that. It's always good.
Thank you guys for writing in so much.
Thanks, guys.
We love you. We want to have you on, actually. If you want to come bullshit with us, most weeks Captain Justin's, in and out, which is fine. But we could also fill that spot.
Yeah, if you guys want to come in for an episode, man, you're more than welcome to do it. Especially the guys that consistently comment. We know you're listening, so come on, throw your 2 cents in.
We'd love it.
You're more than welcome.
Come do like a what came first and...
White came first?
No, what came first?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Did I say that?
I thought you did.
No, I did not.
You probably didn't. It just sounded like it. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah. I want to do back of the box, dude.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do it. Are you ready to jump in?
Yes. How many questions do I get?
You get 10 this week because this is a little tougher. It's slightly more ambiguous, but I felt like it was definitely doable.
Well, I know what it is.
You should, because the first hint and the only hint that I will give you is that you have played it before.
Okay.
I know you have because it's been with me.
Okay.
And that probably was a huge giveaway.
I don't.
Probably should.
I played so much stuff with you. It doesn't.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut out the name of the character from the text. So basically, back of the box, I pick a game, movie, book, which obviously now it's a game. Most times I do games. And I will read the back of the box without the pertinent details being exposed to whoever I'm,
talking to.
Thank you.
In this case, it would be me.
It's been a long week.
It's the beginning of the week.
You have 10 questions to figure out.
Okay. Isn't that fucked up that Sunday is the first day of the week?
Don't even get me started, dude.
I know.
Stay on
It does. It makes as much sense as daylight savings time. But anyway.
Ready?
Yep.
OCP is sending in rehab officers to clear the streets of Old Detroit, making way for the construction of Delta City, when Blank sees helpless families forced out of their homes as the bulldozers move in. He joins the resistance movement to battle against the rehabs. Armed with a new multi-weapon arm attachment containing a large bore cannon and smart bomb, plus a gyro... Sorry, the text is very pixelated. Gyro pack for airborne assault capability. Blank faces a battalion of ED-209 tanks, heavy military, and a new adversary, OTOMO, Atomo. The odds seem impossible, But remember, you're blank.
What is RoboCop?
False.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, it can't be. You said ED209s, Ed209s. That's RoboCop, man. And OCP is the police force in RoboCop.
I say false.
Huh. Is this a Nintendo game?
Yeah.
Is this like early Nintendo? Like, I don't know. You didn't give me a year. Last time you gave me a year.
I'm not going to do that because I let you know it was a game this week. How about that? How about them apples?
Is it in the 80s?
No.
90s.
You're at 4.
8209s. Can you read what? No, they're man. Do you play as a human in this game?
Yeah. Dude, come on, man. What? If I ask you this question, I'm giving it away because you're so close.
Well, I know I am because it's Ed 209. I know those are the enforcement ones, but there's like something
So you
special
just said a RoboCop. That's all you said.
no.
That's it.
The game, RoboCop, the game.
No.
I'm trying to think of the name of the game. Like if there was a specific name.
A lot of dead air. Da da da. Ba da 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 da. Dude, so easy. You're on 7 right now.
I'm on 7 already.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play as RoboCop?
Yes.
Okay, well then I got the game.
No.
Come on, man.
No. You don't have the game. Yes, you play as RoboCop. You never specify what generation. You never specified.
Well, I said it's on Nintendo, right?
Yeah, Nintendo. Nintendo what?
Is it Super,
You know what I mean?
Super Nintendo?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
You're on 9. So now you got 1 left.
It's on Super Nintendo?
Yep.
So what's the name of the fucking game? Is it like RoboCop 2?
False. I'm sorry, dude. It's RoboCop 3.
Okay. Well, but
Like
I'll take it.
Do you understand why I said no? Because you didn't say RoboCop 3. It was just,
I couldn't remember if there was 3 or 2. I would have said 3, but I
and I own that game.
yeah.
It is impossible.
I remember
Literally.
playing the first one in the arcades,
Really?
and it was impossible.
Oh, the Nintendo one?
Yep.
That one kind of freaked me out. I actually
Yeah, it
own
was
that
really
game.
a weird, dark game. Should we take a break and then do 20 questions?
Let's do it. I gotta pee.
I do too.
Okay, bye. God, that was a good break. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounded like it. Jesus.
Evacuation come. Austin Powers.
Yep.
They need to read if
No, they don't.
yes they do. You already know what I'm gonna say, dude.
No, leave it alone.
Why not?
Leave it alone.
Why wouldn't you though?
Because it had its moment.
There is a significant lack of good comedies out, in my opinion, today. Like the last good one I saw was Game Night.
That was good.
But Jason Bateman is Jason Bateman every time in anything he does.
Kinda.
Because
Ozark, he's awesome.
I know, but it worked. His attitude and his comedy work for any scenario.
Yeah.
Which isn't downplaying him, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's
No,
just
he's amazing. He's great.
You ever seen Identity Thief? It's Jason Bateman doing Jason
No,
Bateman.
never seen that. Arrested Development's where it's at.
20 questions. I'm gonna get slayed, apparently.
Give me my theme song, Daryl.
Welcome to 20 Questions in the Week with Jake and me.
30 years ago, 1989, Shadowgate on the Nintendo. It was one of the first RPGs I ever played in my life.
I have a small... Can I do a little tangent?
Yeah, man.
I remember, like, it was a fall day, and there was all these leaves to rake, right? My dad said, go outside and rake all those leaves, and I'll give you $10, and then we'll go to GameStop, and then we'll buy a new game, whatever, $10 we'll buy you. And I bought Shadowgate Classic
Nice.
for my Game Boy,
Nice.
and I still have it.
Wow.
It's a black cartridge.
I remember when my cousin bought it, and I vividly remember a part in the game where we're trying to get past this ghost on a bridge, and you can, no matter what you use, no matter what, we couldn't figure out how to get past him. It took us forever, but we had matches, and I'm like, whatever, and we just selected matches, and when you lit the match, it scared the ghost away. And I remember that was like my first Dark Souls experience, where it's like,
I was gonna say, like,
yeah, it was.
there's people out there that just like, it's not the same thing.
It just sticks in my brain. I'll never forget that. Like sitting in his basement, trying that game over and over and over and over and over, and we were stuck, and then we finally figured it out.
So basically, it's a point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah,
is what it is. It's like very similar to like a D&D, like mythical
or Myst.
Yep,
that kind of thing.
But obviously, your version had a little bit more color than mine.
Yeah, well, it had at least 4 colors in it.
I kind of bought it, and I was just like confused, but also intrigued simultaneously. I'm like, I don't know. I've never played anything like this personally because I never owned a PC until like the compact Presarios finally hit the market. Mm-hmm. And that's my first like stint in PC gaming, like Sonic Racing. But they weren't even in cars; they were just like running.
Oh yeah, yep.
It was super weird.
That is weird.
Anyways.
24 years ago on the PlayStation, I remember buying when this game came out, and I remember buying it the first day, and I remember playing tons and tons of hours. Tekken.
24 years ago?
24 years
ago. Oh, my God.
19 years ago, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You ever play that?
Nope.
Me either.
Sounds like a side-scrolling adventure thingy.
4 years ago, one of the most underrated 8-bit throwback games ever, Axiom Verge.
Yes.
Came out on PlayStation 4 originally.
It's on everything now,
yes,
literally.
and you should play that game.
And like most weeks I've seen on Switch, if you have one, it's on sale. It's definitely Metroid-inspired.
It's Metroid.
Like, it's Metroid, pretty much. That's what it is.
And it was made by one dude, and he made the music and everything. And the soundtrack of the game is sick.
He said the monsters were inspired by his nightmares.
Yeah.
He like couldn't sleep one night, and he'd wake up and just like draw like whatever, and it would turn into the boss. It's
Great
awesome.
game.
Yeah.
Great game. It's kind of funny that 3 years ago, Hyper Light Drifter came out, which I love. It's another underrated game. Star Ocean, 3 years ago. Never played it.
Oh, 3 years ago?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I played the originals on PlayStation.
Star Ocean 3 was on PlayStation 4 2 years ago, yeah. Quantum Break, which was
Never tried it.
You should try it. It sucks that they have like cutscenes, but they're actually like filmed like movies, and it breaks the immersion because it locks you. It takes you out of the game, and then you watch like a half hour, 40 minutes of a movie.
Well, God bless them for trying to do something new, for God's sake, other than all these remakes.
23 years ago.
I'm going to go see Dumbo this weekend.
On the PlayStation. This is the reason I bought a PlayStation in 1996.
I thought, well, you traded yours in not too long ago. So.
Resident Evil.
The OG.
OG.
I feel like you say that every other week.
I know, right? No, whatever.
Maybe that's not accurate.
Could be.
Someone out there that cares and loves us.
It's Game Facts.
Well,
19
it's
years
got to
ago
be true.
On the Dreamcast, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. A lot of these are Japan.
Is that open source information that we're using, by the way?
What do you mean?
We should have talked about that.
What do you mean?
Well, technically, can we legally look up the dates of these games?
Yeah.
I don't know. People are weird. Lawyers are weird. Okay.
No, that's stupid. Of course we can look up what the games are.
No, it's illegal. You need a permit. That's what it's going to turn into, dude. You need a permit to look at my website.
Yeah, right. Well, then, fuck your website. I won't be looking at it then. Thank you.
Yeah.
I deleted Twitter like 2 weeks ago. It was the greatest thing I ever did to myself.
Did you see that South Park episode?
No.
Never mind.
21 years ago on the PlayStation, Parasite Eve. Do you remember that game?
I remember not being able to rent it because it had a 17 or older sticker on it.
It was like a Silent Hill, Resident Evil, like kind of mashup kind of thing. It was fun.
Yeah, I know I had multiple discs, so I could tell from the box of the video store, and I was very salty about it because I heard it was awesome. I ended up with Monster Hunter that night, or not Monster Rancher 3.
Around this time every year, the new MLB show games come out, which are the best baseball games there ever was. Well, except for Bases Loaded 3, I think, was the best baseball game.
What's the one on NES?
That was it. Well, Bases Loaded 3 was on Super Nintendo, but it had the view of behind the pitcher, like when you were. Yeah, it was awesome. Anyway, and when you hit a home run, it like felt like you hit a home run and stuff like that. Kingdom Hearts 2, 13 years ago.
Oh my God.
Who cares?
I remember watching my buddy beat that game, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? Well, he's him, and he's he, but she's him, and he's I, and I'm just like, okay,
And
well,
we-
you want to
and
go
we
to
are
Wendy's
we.
and go get a chocolate shake and, like, get the hell out of here.
27 years ago on the Super Nintendo, Top Gear. Remember that game? Racing game?
Top Gun was sweet.
No, Top Gear.
I liked it. Tom Cruise played a pivotal role,
No.
and I feel like
No,
in his
you're wrong.
entire...
No, we're not. No, Top Gear. Like car.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, Top Gun was airplanes.
Same thing.
Goose! Remember?
I'm kidding. That was a really bad joke. Top Gear, PlayStation?
Yes. No.
Yes, no, yes.
Nintendo.
Nope, never played it. Long
What?
tangent.
On PC 18 years ago, Black and White. Remember that game?
Yes, I played it at Phil. Shout out to Phil.
Phil.
What's up, player?
6 years ago, one of my all-time favorite games, too. BioShock Infinite.
I remember starting that game and being insanely creeped out by all like the choral music at the beginning.
Yeah, it's like
Like going to church, like
Yep.
very Protestant, like
go to sleep, pretty baby.
As
Like that
I
kind of stuff.
went down in the river to pray.
Yeah, but it was great, man. That game,
Like
the
late,
story was
Jim.
great. I can't wait till that
Shit,
dude,
sorry.
Ken Levine, comes out with his next game.
What about Adam Levine?
No, don't care.
It's the same guy.
Let's see. It's not the same guy. Not at all. Okay, so your question this week.
I'm just gonna barrel through this. Like you have no idea.
22 years ago,
Yeah.
1997.
97. Was it on Dreamcast?
No.
Was it on PlayStation?
No.
Original.
No.
Fuck. 97. Was that on Nintendo 64?
Yes.
Okay. That was a long walk to get there even. But
There's
that's
only
okay.
3 questions.
Let's see here. What should I ask? I love this. I love this because Nintendo 64 is super ambiguous.
Yes.
Was Mario in this game?
No.
Okay. That knocks out a lot of Nintendo 64 games. Was it third person?
No. That's
Okay.
5.
Okay. Side scroller or first person? Was it first person?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here's a really weird. Okay, I'm gonna throw something out here. Are you ready? Was it a launch title?
No.
Okay. Not a launch title. Was it a shooter?
Yes.
Okay. That narrows it down, honestly.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. In a big way. Okay, can I ask a question without you counting it?
Well, I kind of
No,
that's
no,
kind of
like
what the game is.
it's kind
isn't
of like a technical question. Like even though
it? I'll refuse to answer.
would you
if
think
it's-
Star Fox is a shooter?
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say it was third person or first person.
Well, it can be though.
I wouldn't consider it that though.
Okay.
It's a space. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. No,
I'm just trying to see how tricky you're gonna get here. You know what I'm saying?
you get a free question out of that, but that's okay.
Thank you. Let's see. Did it have a nail gun?
No,
So it's not Quake.
I knew that's where you were going, but no.
Well, Doom. I can't outright ask if it's Doom though, can I?
Why? Oh
I
yeah,
know.
then it'd be if it's not, it's over.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Let's see here.
Excuse me, Jesus.
First person shooter. Oh. Were you an agent in this game?
I guess.
I'm trying to narrow it down. Like if
I
you're
guess.
Joanna Dark, an agent. First person shooter.
I mean, agent's kind of a loose term.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like,
I guess.
you say yes.
Man, I don't know.
First person.
I don't know. That's
Was this game? I asked if it's a shooter, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so hard by yourself, dude. Justin, what do you think? Is it a multiplayer?
Yes.
It is. Was there a movie based on this game?
Yeah.
Is it finally or fun?
You have 3 questions left.
I do. Was Pierce Brosnan in this game? No. Oh my god. Did you play as a Marine?
Yes.
Was it Doom 64?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
See, I don't know, Agent. He was like a Marine technically, but he was sent in to do something. You know, like he was whatever.
I feel the power.
Remember when Doom 64 came out? It had the expansion pack too for better graphics. Remember, it had that little cartridge that would stick in the controller.
Yeah, and that also came out with oh shit,
Jesus.
I don't know what the fuck that was. Majora's Mask, dude. Awesome.
Good job.
Thank you.
Nice. High five. Completely missed.
Completely missed high five. I like it. All right, here we go. What do we got going on here? All right, we have to talk about Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you think.
I saw that there's a closed beta happening. I don't know when it ends.
Probably today. Probably goes through the weekend.
But I decided to jump on board. I pre-ordered it. Comes with Shao Kahn.
Good man. I got the collector's edition.
The first thing I'm going to say, and it's not to the detriment of the game, I'm not going to talk about characters because you probably already know. You know, you probably know all that.
Tell me who you could do again.
Baraka, Scorpion, Scarlet, Cabal.
And then was it...
and he has a moveset called Cabalin.
Cabalin. What was the other guy? Was it Kotal Khan?
I can't remember, dude. I'm sorry. And one other chick. I'm going to look this up right now.
It's probably like...
characters. Here we Baraka... Let's see.
Oh, Jackie Briggs?
Jade.
Okay. Oh, Jade's in it. Okay.
Yep. Jade, Baraka. Yeah, I think it's called... What the hell? I'm sorry, everybody. I should have looked this up ahead of time.
It's all good. We do it on the fly.
Yeah, pretty much. Scorpion. He's the main one that I liked playing as.
How does it look?
First of all, it looks nasty.
Yeah.
Like, it's gross.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel bad for playing it in front of my fiance because it's, like, so over-the-top gory.
Yeah.
That after a while, it's kind of like, ugh, like, just...
Yeah. That's Mortal Kombat, though.
Yeah, I know, but this is really pushing it. Like, I have some fatalities and brutalities that I've done today with just the base characters that they have in the closed beta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cabal's when he drags you across the ground super fast and your face like just starts disintegrating. It's great. Baraka when he rips your face off.
Yep, I did that one.
Oh, man. But it looks good, though.
Here's the thing, and maybe this is just me, but I find that with fighting games, I like a little... Maybe this is wrong. I'm sorry, and this is just my interpretation, so it could be wrong. But I feel like Soul Calibur and like Tekken and like even Dead or Alive, they can be fast-paced games, but at the same time, like you kind of have to think and stick your moves when you can. This game compared to Mortal Kombat X, which I didn't like play probably as much as you.
Oh yeah, I played 600 and some hours, I think.
No, I played maybe 30.
Okay.
But from what I can tell, this Mortal Kombat 11 installment is a lot more like it's a little slower pace. Like it's a little bit more methodical.
Yeah, it's not as quick.
No, it's not like wah, 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 wah. It's more like wah, wah. But all your hits are super damaging.
They showed off some game. I've been watching like they do the combat cast every week, and they showed Liu Kang and Kung Lao and stuff, and then they're starting to show like deeper combos, and it gets crazy. But it has a more methodical pace to it, where it's more of a thinking game, like the original Mortal Kombat. Back in the day, it was like not everything wasn't in your face and quick twitch. It wasn't Street Fighter. It was a brutal game. It was like 3 punches. Not only get 3 off, but they're gonna hurt. That kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I felt like it was really accessible. Like I guess I played Mortal Kombat throughout my life for some reason or another. how to do specific moves for specific characters. Like I've never technically had a main because I've always just been a casual gamer in the sense of, all right, my buddy's over, we're gonna like drink a bunch of Mountain Dew and probably get diabetes and play Mortal Kombat, blah. You know what I mean? We're just gonna I button mash, and like I never really cared to look at the moveset list because I'm just like, oh, this is fun.
Mortal Kombat is a perfect drinking beer with your buddy game. And playing it on TV, you're just sitting there playing, listen to music, Pink Floyd's in the background or something. You're just mashing on this game all night. Mortal Kombat and racing games are my jam. Those are the two things I am confident in myself when I go to play them. Like I can beat you no matter what. I grew up watching people play it in the arcades because I wasn't old enough to know how to do the moves and everything, and I wasn't sure. And growing up into that, where you watch people play and then you try to master it, and I played tons of hours of Mortal Kombat just trying to get things down perfect. I remember, I think it was Mortal Kombat 5, where you could switch your stance. So you'd start with one fighting style, like Snake or something. Shang Tsung had the Snake and the Dragon, and every when you'd hit like R1, and it would switch the stance, and they'd stand different, but it opened up other combos. So you could like go through the whole combo set of the Snake, and then switch over to the Dragon and finish off with the whole Dragon combo and stuff like that. Like mastering those things, just playing hours and hours and hours, and watching those fatalities. It feels kind of sick, but at the same time, it was just like in wonder of like when Mortal Kombat 2 came out, and you saw a reptile rip some dude's head off for the first time. You're like, oh my god! I love Mortal Kombat. I love it.
I know. I've said this probably on the air a few times now. That my first experience with Mortal Kombat is I was like, my mom was watching my uncle's cats. Not like we were like kind of house sitting or whatever, like come over for a little bit, say hi to the cats, and then leave. Or it was something like feed the birds. I can't remember. But he had a Super Nintendo, which we had, but he had this new game called Mortal Kombat. And he's like, yeah, it's really fun to play 2-player. So I actually played with my mom for the first time, the very first game. And she like whooped my ass probably.
Well, at least on Super Nintendo, it wasn't all bloody.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
They had the gray blood, and they changed up fatalities. I remember that because I bought it on Super Nintendo, knowing that they had changed something. And like scorpions burn you to death. His torch thing, Toasty, whatever, was still there. But everybody else, it was just like these generic, horrible fatalities. So I traded my Super Nintendo in, and I went and bought a Sega Genesis, and I got Mortal Kombat with the blood code and played the shit out of it. I also had a Game Gear with Mortal Kombat with the blood code.
What's the best Mortal Kombat to come out to date?
Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3. Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, I think, is probably the best.
I think so too.
Just the plethora of characters and the difference in all the characters, how every character played differently. I'm excited for this one because they said there's like 24 characters to start with, and then there's going to be 12 DLCs as far as we know. So I'm excited. I have a lot of the classic ones. I like the gear system where you can make your character look like the original Kano. Like Kano can be in his original suit with his bald head and stuff like that, or you can make him look like the asshole from the movie. The original Shang Tsung dude is there.
That's one thing I wanted to mention is like all of like what you can customize on each character is like crazy. And you can create different classes and like what their fighting style is. Like
movesets, the whole thing.
It's kind of like create a class in like Call of Duty where it's like, all right, what's your loadout?
Yep.
What do you want your load?
Everybody's Scorpion is going to look different. You know what I mean?
He does.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I will try to have some gameplay that I like took clips of today. I'll throw a fatality or two.
You should.
Just on our site, just to kind of like tease the game. But
did you see the guy that played Shang Tsung in the movie, the original Mortal Kombat movie? Your soul is mine. That guy, he plays Shang Tsung in this game.
Really?
Yeah, they have. He is in charge of the crypt on his island, but he's going to be a DLC character as well. Shang Tsung was always one of my favorite characters because you could change in anybody you wanted to and use their combos. That was the thing. Like you'd use all his combos, then you'd switch into Sub-Zero and be doing his shit, and then switch back. I love it. He'd steal your soul, and you'd just be like this withered, like, mummy laying on the ground because he'd suck the soul.
That sounds so scary.
I can't wait. April 23rd. I can't wait.
I think the beta probably will end tonight. Unfortunately, probably. I'll go home and probably get a couple more licks in.
I don't want to know. I just want to jump into this game. I've seen enough on the internet. I try not to look at the characters, but every time they're like new gameplay reveal, I'm like, fuck, I want to see this. I saw Jax the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he powers up his arms. Every hit you get, his arms start glowing more and more, and then it opens up other moves he can use. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait. And I love the stories because they're so stupid. And they're awesome at the same time. It's like Injustice.
Wait, now they're going to
Campaign.
fight all their old characters.
Yeah. That's all time travel and stuff like that.
Dude, I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait.
You know what I really want is the original Raiden outfit
Yes.
where he's like in the all white.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't mind even how Doom does it, where you can find those secret areas where it's all 8-bit.
Yeah, pixelated,
where it looks like the old school like version with the new backgrounds. That would be so cool.
Dude, Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2 at the choose your character scene when he's just like weaving back and forth and he's all white with the blue belt and then but you just see it and his face is a complete shadow, but his teeth and his eyes. It reminded me of like a Spawn drawing or something like that. Speaking of which, Spawn is supposed to be in this game finally.
Really?
I can't wait. I hope he's a secret character. Can you imagine his fatalities? There's so much you could think of to do.
There's so much horrible things
Yeah, it's
that
good.
Spawn can do.
And
Oh
they said
God.
Pennywise is almost for assuredly a character. And then there was one other one. I can't remember what it was. I wish they would have Terminator in it. Terminator and then the liquid metal guy. You could switch yourself. Like if you were the liquid metal guy, you could form blades on your hands for 3. You know what I mean? You could like form yourself into things and attacks.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
let's see here.
Should we talk a little Resident Evil real quick?
Let's do a little Resident Evil, and then we're going to have to hit up Secret Question because we are running out of time,
'Kay.
unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Resident Evil 2, let's talk about it. You're how many playthroughs now?
I'm on my 3rd. I played.
Are we going to spoil anything today?
I mean, it's Resident Evil. Yeah, we can.
It's Resident Evil 2. A lot of people. It just went on sale, by the way. So if you're listening to this,
Oh, of course it did.
no, I'm serious.
How much is it?
$40.
Well, that's the original price.
No, it was 60.
Really? I bought
Yeah.
it for 40. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I bought it for 60
Oh,
right
okay.
away.
Buy it.
You should.
You should. You really should.
It is so freaking epic in my opinion,
good.
and it's something that like it's like a puzzle game that like it only gets better every time you play. In a
Yep.
way, like even still, like I'm playing Sekiro in the back of my mind, like I just want to start up Resident Evil again because I kind of know how to duck and weave the zombies and like know where to go and like I don't know. I just have a really good time with that game. It's not so scary to me anymore now that I've played through it a couple of times. Like that big dude with the eye.
Yeah, Tyrant.
He is now easy to me,
Yeah.
especially on the second round.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of him anymore.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, oh, okay. And it's, the only thing I really don't like are those things in the sewer, like those big monster
Blobbies.
things.
Yeah.
But I've learned a pretty good trick when you're going to find those 2 chest pieces in that new gun in the bottom of the sewer. Sorry, everybody, this is super ambiguous. Just hang tight for a second.
I hated the chest piece part. I hated that.
Oh, that fucked me up. But anyways, I found a way to go through that little sewer section without even getting touched.
Yep. For me, I played through it where I killed everything. I killed every single zombie, every single monster, except for Mr. X, of course.
Oh, you did?
I did. I saved up all my ammo. I freaking honestly, the first playthrough I played, I used a guy called the Rad Brad. He's on YouTube, and he just does play alongs. Like it's not really a walkthrough because he doesn't do things in order and things like it's him playing the game, but he remembers old. He's a good gamer. You should check him out. Anyway, I used his walkthrough for Chris, just because I didn't want to spend 40 hours in panic mode and trying to figure. You know what I mean? I just wanted to see what the game had to offer. Then I played through as Claire by myself, with no help at all, and the game is. And I started my my second run with Leon now. The game is incredible. Graphically, it looks amazing.
So you're third, technically.
Yeah, third run.
Yeah.
It brings back so many memories.
Is it not, in my personal opinion, one of the best Resident Evil games to come out, period? Yes.
I mean, but
I think yes.
But Resident Evil 2 was that. You know what I mean? Like when it first came out, Resident Evil 2 was awesome too. This was just the amount of work they put into this and making it fully realized for now is amazing.
Here's my angle. This is the most up-to-date, fun, good-looking Resident Evil game.
In the classic sense of the word. Like
In the
classic.
in the classic sense
Resident
of the
Evil.
world.
Yep.
Word.
Yep.
So wouldn't you consider it one of the best Resident Evils that have ever come out?
It's up there with 7. But 7 did something so
Seven's
new.
not even... It is Resident Evil, but it's not.
Yeah. But this as a Resident Evil game, yes, it's one of the best. Resident Evil 4, if they redid Resident Evil 4 like this.
I went back to try to play Resident Evil 4 after playing this.
Yep.
Resident Evil 2. I don't like it.
Yeah. But
controls are too weird for me.
Well, yeah, but that's based on a GameCube controller,
yeah.
you know. But that game as a story and the world and everything else, it was awesome. If they redid that one, they're talking 3 now. They're talking redoing Nemesis.
They should.
Of course they should. Of course they should. It's great.
Have you played the DLC yet?
Yeah. I did the Hunk, the 4th Survivor.
Okay, yeah.
Tried to. I haven't beat it yet.
Yeah,
I watched video of people doing it, the first way. There's cool stuff. And then I did the one with the chick in the orphanage. The daughter of the mayor or whatever, when you're trying to escape.
Okay, yeah.
It's called No Way Out or something like that.
There's a few others, but it's free.
Yeah.
That's awesome that
It's
they're
all
doing
free.
that. Capcom's killing it right now.
They are.
That's all I can say.
They're doing it right again.
They're doing it right. God bless them.
Yep. This game, when I played through Resident Evil 2, reminded me how I felt it was when I played through the first one. When I played for the original, it looked like I remember this, but then when you see the police station the first time, you're like, "Wow, that looks so good." And when the alligator, you're like, and back in the day,
dude,
it was just,
for me,
yeah,
I was dying.
Yeah,
I could barely do it.
Yeah, it was great.
Like I remember when it happened, the alligator,
Mm-hmm.
and I just went stone face, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, it's a audio podcast, but
Yeah,
my face looks very serious. I do not like anything that's going to eat you.
Yeah, the only problem I didn't like in this game is they took out the spiders, and I hate spiders, but they took out the giant spiders.
God bless them.
And they made those.
They were probably too hard to animate.
No, they took those out in the sewer. That's what was in the sewer back in the original, and they put those gobbledygooks in there instead.
I would rather have the spiders.
Yeah, absolutely, because they'd spit poison at you. They'd
maybe
shoot web at you.
Maybe that's their way of modernizing it, though. Or they're just like, all right, here's something way harder that you have to deal with.
I don't think they're that hard though. Grenade, and then shoot them in the eyeball.
I just run past them.
I use a Magnum.
I keep a grenade on me and let them grab me, and then I just shove a grenade in their mouth and I just keep running. No damage taken.
When it rises up to eat you and you put a grenade in its mouth, it reminds me. What's that movie, Deep Rising? When I had the squids things in the boat.
Dude,
and they'd open like that.
You're freaking me out over here. I don't like it.
That's great.
And I've been in the ocean.
Great game. It's a must buy.
Good stuff.
You should buy it.
All right, everybody, we got to move on. We got to move on to the secret question this week.
Okay.
Did you read the secret question?
No.
Good. I'm glad you did not.
Okay.
Because I need to.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh shit, we only have 48 seconds left. We better hurry up.
Yeah, whatever.
We're just trying to keep a budget. That's all it is. Here we go. If Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, were made into a feature film,
okay,
who would play the lead role?
Sekiro. Okay. Do you have ideas?
Oh yeah, I have the ultimate idea, and you would agree with me, and then we would be done talking. So then, yeah, what's the fun in that?
Man.
I have an idea. Joke idea. Matt Damon!
No.
He's in the Great Wall of China. He looked great.
China.
Yeah.
Well, you could do Keanu Reeves like 21 Assassins or whatever that movie was. You could do him too. Actually, Keanu Reeves kind of fit into this role.
That's my one. Yeah. It's perfect.
I mean, even in the game, it doesn't look. It looks like he could be in there.
Yeah, he has the hair.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what do I need to do?
The dude from The Raid would be good too.
For sure.
Yeah.
My name is Goibu Moshiaki.
God, that fucking game is so good. Or that movie is so good.
You know what else is good? Cake.
Like the
both. Just both.
Just both. I'm not a cake guy.
But you like the band?
Yeah, love the band.
What about cake cookies?
No.
Fake you out a little bit.
I'm not a look, when I was a little kid, when I'd ever get in trouble, I got grounded from dessert. Okay? Now understand, I was grounded from dessert for about 93% of my life when I was a kid. So I never really got desserts that much. So as I grew up, it wasn't as important to me. Like I like treats, like going to Dairy Queen or something like that, but that wasn't like dessert after dinner. So like whenever I go out to dinner, they're like, "You want some pie or cake?" Blah, blah. Not really. I'm kind of good. Like I'm used to eat my dinner and going back and sitting in my room, kind of thing.
So I remember those days.
Yeah. Did you ever get grounded where you couldn't talk to anybody? You had to sit in your room?
No.
You had to come out to dinner and you couldn't say anything?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had it months on end where literally if I came out, I have to ask her, like, can I have some milk, please? That's it. And if I like to try to talk about anything else, I had to go right back to my room. It was fucked up, man.
Yeah, but at least you're not like trying to tug on your mom's wheel while she's driving like some kid on YouTube.
No. What?
But anyways, thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
Yeah, keep emailing your questions. Give us your opinions. If any of you
keep telling your stories.
Well, I have a bunch of weird stories.
Oh shit! I forgot. I glossed over one thing I wanted to. Actually, a couple things, but
if any of you guys out there are playing any of these games, let us know your thoughts and your opinions.
For real, though.
Then we'll go through it. What other stories?
This one time
I used to get grounded if I'd have like a weekend with my dad. One weekend, I think, or every other weekend. It was either every other weekend or one weekend a month where I'd hang out with my dad. And if he brought me home late, I had like a curfew or whatever for school. And if he brought me home late, I got grounded. I remember I was in our little tiny house. My bedroom was in the back corner of the house. And the alarm system in the house that was put up by my stepfather, the camera was right outside my room. So if I had to get up and go to the bathroom or something in the middle of the night, it would set the whole the house alarm off.
Oh my God.
So I had to, if I woke up and I had to go to the bathroom, I'd have to be like, yell for him, be like, Todd, I need to go to the bathroom, please. And I had to do that like in that cadence and everything. And I had to, then he'd have to get up, disarm the alarm. I'd have to go to the bathroom.
Why was he so afraid?
I don't think he was afraid. He was, anyway, we won't get into that. Anyway, then I remember in that house specifically, I used to have a dream every single night where a wolf, like I was laying in bed, I had my window open, and it would be just normal, and the air would start getting really thick, like where I couldn't even say anything.
Dude, you're making me
move.
You're making me scared over here.
And a wolf would come to my window.
What's happening? What's behind me?
And he would bite me in the ass every single night of my life.
My God.
And then one night, for some reason in my dream, I made friends with that wolf, and I never had that dream ever again.
You know what you got bit by? The party animal.
I don't think so. Not at that point in my life.
Got bitten by the party animal. I don't know.
I'm
just trying to make light of it.
You told me to tell stories, so I'm telling
No, I like stories. I'm just trying to dial this in, and Outlook is like being very difficult with me right now because I'm on an Apple, and it's like, what are you doing with your life? And I'm like, well, I'm obviously recording a podcast, so.
Half my summers, I would sit in my bedroom and look out the window because I was grounded all the time and watch the neighbor kids play. And I'd talk to them through the window. It's kind of weird that I don't like people when I'm an adult. I wonder how that happened. And I like more to be by myself.
No, not you.
Yeah. A little bit.
Why is this doing this? I'm sorry, everybody.
What are you trying to look up?
I'm just trying to look up the emails, and it's leading me to like some like super technical like Microsoft. Yeah, there we go.
Microsoft, you're on a Mac.
I know. It's getting very convoluted and very late. Oh my God, look at the time. Everybody. I think this is going to be a perfect shoe-in episode.
A what?
Thanks for sticking with us, everybody.
A shoe-hey.
You can reach us at cyberlunch1@outlook.com or at
YouTube.
YouTube seems to be the easiest way.
It is the easiest way.
For some reason, I cannot log in right now, and it's kind of pissing me off. But
whatever and subscribe, please. Share to your friends. Even just throw it up on your Facebook page. Who cares? Just see if some rando will watch it.
If not, it's cool.
Yeah. I don't care.
We don't care.
We're going to be doing this like 5 years from now and still not care. So
no one cares.
I mean, I care, but I don't.
We don't, but we do.
It's like Spider-Man.
It's like, hey, it is Spider-Man. All right.
Love you.
Love you.